Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be making hi-hat sounds, and let's just jump right into it. So, every time you set up WebSynths for sound design, you always want to set it to a blank canvas preset. I already have the preset menu set up here, your blank canvas. And for the hi-hat, so a hi-hat is a metallic sound. When you see it on a drum set, it's two cymbals that are pressed together. There's a foot pedal that controls it. So when the hi-hat is closed, it makes a really short, like kind of sound, and when it's open, it makes a longer sound, more of a ch. So we're gonna make both of those sounds. So we're gonna start with a kind of wave that we haven't talked about yet, which is white noise. So white noise is kind of interesting because, as we can see here from the Encyclopedia Britannica, white noise in music is the effect of the complete range of audible sound wave frequencies heard simultaneously. So it's just all the frequencies all at once, which, interesting, is analogous to white light, which contains all the frequencies of the light spectrum. So there's a comparison there. So that's what we're going to use to make our sound, because we want a sound that's kind of noisy. It doesn't have any kind of pitch to it. It's just like metal, right? So I'm going to open up Shape, and I'm going to set the waveform to white noise. There is also pink noise and brown noise. Those just have less higher harmonics. So first, here's white noise. And one thing about white noise is it doesn't matter what key you press, it's going to sound exactly the same. There's really no pitch to it at all. So you can hear the difference between that and pink noise or brown noise. So just more muffled. So to get a really bright metallic sound, we're going to use this white noise. Next, we're going to go to a section that we talked about during the video quizzes for vocab, which is filters. We're going to activate filter 1 here. And if you remember, the three main filter types are low pass, high pass, and band pass. Those are the most common. The band pass filter is the one we're going to use, and that filters out both high and low harmonics, so we can get a very controlled, tight sound. So let's hear what's happening so far with this. So already it has more of a metallic quality to it. So going in the right direction. There's a pretty big range you can set the cutoff. Hi-hat sounds tend to be very different. There's low, very low kind of hi-hat sounds, very, very high kind of hi-hat sounds, longer, shorter. So there's a lot of room for creativity. So I usually just press a key and start moving it around until I like where it sounds. Alright, I kind of like that. So next you're going to set the emphasis, which is just going to make the frequency band in the middle of that band, filter band, louder. So just whatever's right in here, it's going to make that louder. So let's add some of that. So if we add too much emphasis, it kind of cancels out everything else and kind of flattens the edges too much. So we don't want it too high, but about there sounds pretty good. And at this point, I might want to adjust the cutoff too. Okay, I think I like that a little better with that emphasis added. After that, we're going to set up the amplitude envelope, and that's going to control the length of the sound. We're going to be doing the release again to shape the end of the sound, and we're going to set the sustain off because we want the sound to go silent while we're pressing the key. So for seconds, this is where it's going to change just a little bit. For a closed hi-hat, between 0.02 and 0.2 is going to make a good characteristic closed hi-hat sound. For an open hi-hat, you can make it as long as 1 second long, and it'll still sound good. So let's start with our closed hi-hat. I'm going to set it to 0.2 or around 0.2. So that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna make it a little shorter. I do like a much shorter hi-hat sound. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna record this the same way that I have been with Chrome Audio Capture. So clicking Start Capture first, click on your browser window, save capture, and you can label this as closed hi-hat, and put your name afterwards. We're going to be going back to these files later and editing them, so it is pretty helpful if you can make sure that they're labeled so you can find them. So to save time, we're going to just do the open hi-hat right now, because all you have to do is just change the seconds. So I'm going to extend this to 1 second long, and let's see what that sounds like. With all of these, you can also just click the text and highlight and type a number in. Sometimes getting the slider exactly right is difficult, so it's nice that you can just like type in there. So I'm going to set it to 1 second, and let's hear what that sounds like. Pretty good. I think I'm going to shorten that just a little bit. How about all right, I think I like that. So that's ready. I'm going to record that. Yep, I just did that wrong. There we go. Cool. All right, all set. Call that the open hi-hat. And at that point, you can just attach these to the assignment and turn them in. Next time, we're going to be going over the snare drum, which is kind of a mix between what we learned about with hi-hats and creating more metallic sounds with the kick drum. There's more of your classic just drum sound. We're going to blend them together and make a snare drum. So I will see you all next time.